Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Are you interested in immigrating to Canada and considering Prince Edward Island as your destination? Today, we're going to talk about the Prince Edward Island Express Entry stream under the Provincial Nominee Program, specifically for candidates who do not have a job offer. This stream continues to be a popular pathway for skilled workers who want to obtain a provincial nomination and eventually, Canadian permanent residence. One of the biggest advantages is that you do not need a job offer from Prince Edward Island to submit an application. In addition, submitting an expression of interest, or EOI, to Prince Edward Island is completely free, allowing you to assess your chances without any upfront cost. The Prince Edward Island Express Entry stream is a provincial immigration pathway that operates in alignment with Canada's federal express entry system. To be eligible, you must already have a valid express entry profile under one of the federal economic immigration programs, including the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the Federal Skilled Trades Program, or the Canadian Experience Class. Unlike many other Prince Edward Island PNP streams that require a confirmed job offer from a Prince Edward Island employer, this stream allows skilled candidates to submit an expression of interest even if they are not currently employed in the province. However, having a job offer, previous work experience in Prince Edward Island, or other strong ties to the province can still positively influence how your profile is ranked within the Prince Edward Island Expression of Interest system. To qualify for the Prince Edward Island Express Entry stream, you must first meet the Federal Express Entry eligibility requirements. This includes having skilled work experience in an eligible occupation, demonstrating language proficiency in English or French, and meeting education requirements. If your education was completed outside Canada, you must obtain an educational credential assessment. You need an active Federal Express Entry profile to submit an EOI for Prince Edward Island, as they use your Federal Express Entry profile number to check eligibility. While a job offer is not mandatory to submit an EOI, factors such as your age, work experience, language skills, education, and adaptability all contribute to your overall score, as Prince Edward Island uses its own independent EOI ranking system that is separate from the federal CRS score. After submitting your expression of interest, Prince Edward Island evaluates your profile using a 100-point grid that considers factors such as age, language ability, education, work experience, employment status, and adaptability. Candidates without a job offer receive fewer points in the employment category but can earn strong points in the work experience category. Candidates with a valid Prince Edward Island job offer receive higher points in the employment category, while slightly fewer points are allocated to work experience. This points structure is designed to keep the system balanced and allow both candidates with and without job offers to compete within the EOI pool. Prince Edward Island conducts regular expression of interest draws and now publishes an annual draw schedule, with invitations typically issued on a monthly basis. While there is no publicly stated cap specifically for the Prince Edward Island Express Entry stream, the number of invitations depends on the province's total annual PNP allocation from the federal government and its current labor market needs. It is important to understand that meeting the minimum eligibility requirements and having a high EOI score does not guarantee an invitation. Prince Edward Island uses a priority-based selection system, focusing on candidates who best match the province's labor market priorities. Prince Edward Island does not publish a fixed or permanent list of priority occupations, and these priorities may change throughout the year. Based on official guidance and recent draws, the province has consistently focused on candidates in sectors experiencing labor shortages, such as healthcare and skilled trades. The province also tends to prioritize candidates who are already living or working in Prince Edward Island or who have strong connections to the province. Other occupations may be considered if labor market conditions evolve, but there is no formal published list for 2026. Candidates working in occupations that are not aligned with the province's current labor market needs, such as many general sales or service roles, may find it more challenging to receive an invitation. This approach allows Prince Edward Island to strategically use its limited nomination spaces to support the province's economy. The process begins by creating a Federal Express Entry profile and entering the pool. You then submit your Prince Edward Island expression of interest through the provincial online system, which is free of charge. If you receive an invitation, you must submit a full provincial nomination application and pay the required provincial processing fee, which is currently around $300 Canadian. Once Prince Edward Island approves your application and issues a nomination, you accept it through your Express Entry account and receive 600 additional CRS points. This virtually guarantees that you will receive an invitation to apply for permanent residence from IRCC, after which you submit your permanent residence application through the federal system. The Prince Edward Island Express Entry stream without a job offer remains a strong option for skilled immigrants who want to move to Canada but have not yet secured employment in Prince Edward Island. However, success under this stream depends not only on eligibility and points, but also on how well your profile aligns with Prince Edward Island's current labor market priorities. With proper planning, meeting all federal requirements, and submitting a well-prepared expression of interest in a high-demand occupation, you can improve your chances of receiving a provincial nomination and taking a significant step toward Canadian permanent residence. Best of all, you can begin the process by submitting your expression of interest to Prince Edward Island for free. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with anyone who's thinking about immigrating to Canada. Your support helps us bring more useful updates and tips for your immigration journey.